Sounds terrible. Cavatappi, I don't know how to say that. Casarise, maybe? That probably read that with like a little bit of a Spanish language flair instead of Italian, but aloha. Okay, so I love lasagna, and I'm gonna show you guys how I put together a little lasagna like pasta bake dish. So a few weeks ago we had friends over and I made a lasagna for the first time in 5 years, and I was very surprised. It came out very good. So I've been dreaming about it since then, but it's so hard to make a whole lasagna like when there's only 2 people in your family, because you're gonna be eating lasagna for a long time. So I want to proactively make a dish for Thanksgiving, and then I want to make a little dish of it for me, and then I can like freeze some of it and just have it for a few days. So I want to do a blend on it where I make it out of chickpea pasta. The last time I made it, I got gluten-free like whatever, like the lasagna noodles from Whole Foods. It was like a red lentil chickpea maybe pasta. It was really good. But I really always do prefer to use a chickpea pasta over like a regular wheat, like enriched flour pasta, because this actually makes me feel full. Regular pasta, like you're starving in like 20 minutes, and then you're getting all these energy high and lows. So anyways, a little bit more nutrient dense. Over here, I made a huge pot of, I did like 1.5 pounds of grass-fed ground beef. I did 1 pound of pork Italian sausage, blended it all up. I caramelized 2 Vidalia onions, added them into there, and then there's 2 sauces in here. So I did some sauce, like probably plain Italian or something from Whole Foods, and then I did this pasta sauce that is probably not the cleanest, but it's Francisco Rinaldi Sweet and Tasty. It's so good because they put sugar in it, so of course it's good. Then you can do the mozzarella balls, but I just got like a brick of mozzarella from Whole Foods too, and I shredded it up. And then this is the sauce. So this is what I'm doing different this time too. I sauteed an entire family-sized container of spinach. I just did a little avocado oil and salt. I chopped it up and I added it into the ricotta. I did 32 ounces of ricotta and 2 eggs, and then the spinach, because again, I want to just make this a more nutrient dense dish. So while you're just like really enjoying that delicious lasagna, you're like getting great nutrients too. So, all right, I am not sure how I should layer this, because I'm not gonna have the classic like noodle sheets, because I'm like thinking people call it like a rigatoni. No, maybe it's not a rigatoni. I don't know. It's like a ziti. It's not a ziti. I don't know. I literally have never seen this done before. I don't know how the whole ricotta is gonna work, but I just want to do it. So let's get started. I'm assuming I did 2 things of pasta sauce, but I also added some water because, wow, this is really thick. Maybe it needs some more water. Yeah, I probably reduced while I was cooking it, because the pasta is going to absorb the water from the sauce mixture. So I'm just going to spread it out at the bottom of the pan. This sounds terrible. Okay, just like layer 1, and then I honestly, I don't know if I should do penne cavatappi. I don't know how to say that. Rotini. I mean, I always like a fun kind of pasta. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do cavatappi in this big one, and then I'll do the casarise maybe. That probably read that with like a little bit of a Spanish language flair instead of Italian, but all right. And I think like my goal with this is just to make it easy. This was like kind of a lot of prep, but if you make a lot and then you can bake it and then you can freeze it, you can pull it out. Look, I was reading online, it lasts like kind of like a month in the freezer, but you know what's going into it, you know it's good for your family. Oh man, I'm gonna need a lot more pasta. It's not gonna be enough. whatever. So anyways, oops, that's what the noodles right on top, just sprinkled them all around. And then this, just gonna spread this out too. This looks great. Look, there's so much spinach in here, and I was like trying to go for like spinach ravioli vibes with this. So again, I hope this works out well. We'll see. So this is it with the ricotta and spinach. I'm gonna do like literally a little bit of cheese because I feel like this is already giving it like a dairy creaminess, and you can't really taste the cheese when it's layered in it. Okay, I think I need to do a much bigger layer of meat. And then honestly, yeah, I might just not even have enough for that. So whatever, just get a smaller Pyrex. All right, maybe I put a little too much, but whatever. When there's a lot of meat, that's great because it'll be like a nice protein dense meal, and then you'll actually feel full. So I'm gonna do the rest of this pasta. There's like nothing left. All right, another layer of this. We'll seal in the moisture. I think I just turned the oven on to 375, and I am just going to cover this with foil again. And yeah, again, this is, I should have done a thinner layer of meat because now this is already filled to the top, but I've been here before and I know it's going to be good. And again, some of this is going to, like the water in here is going to evaporate while it bakes and get absorbed into the pasta, so it's probably going to grow. So we'll just see how this turns out. Okay, this we can really and then like to prevent the cheese from like over browning, the foil really helps too. When I did it before, I don't remember how long lasagna cooks, I'll look it up when I circle back, but like let's say it cooks for 45 minutes, or I could just check. It says bake in the oven for preheated oven for 25 minutes, remove the foil and bake for another 25 minutes. So yeah, it's about like what, 50 minutes. So yeah, you can do that and then like let the cheese a little bit like melt and get goldeny, and then you can put the foil back on if you feel like the inside needs more time. It's really kind of a forgiving dish if you put pasta and foil on it. And I'm just gonna sprinkle some basil on top. And some parsley. Again, I love when like meaty, ready, saucy dishes like this have like bursts of color, because you know you're getting more nutrients and just like vitamins, just like a more well-rounded meal. So, I mean, this doesn't really do much, but it's like the visual effect. So yeah, I'm gonna go put some foil on this and then I'll show you guys what it's like afterwards. Okay, so I ended up mixing the rest of the meat, and like then I did the rest of that Barilla pasta and then half of penne pasta shaped in here, and I mixed it all up, and then I did a thick layer of ricotta on top of all the rest, and now I'm gonna put mozzarella on it. This will be cool to see what I like about how each one of them turn out. If like layering it is better, probably could have put more pasta in this, but you guys are going along with me for the first time. Parsley. And normally when I do this, I use the non-stick foil because it is cheese on top. I don't have any left, so I actually have these, because when I do painting projects, I put these down in the painting trays so that I don't have to wash the painting trays, and it just makes cleanup so easy. But okay, so I'm gonna be using these. Very interesting to me when I don't have a backup in my pantry of like Ziploc bags or like sandwich bags or foil or saran wrap, but I'm gonna work with what we have. So this one, lots of run some. Ugh, it's just great. It's gonna be great. Stick it around the tables. you guys in about an hour. So note to self, don't start making lasagnas at 9:30 at night because it's just such a long process and you just want to go to bed. This one was tough, so that foil ended up being terrible, and when I took it out 25 minutes in, all of the mozzarella peeled off of both of these dishes, and I had to literally like use a butter knife and try to scrape it off without getting foil chunks in there. So next time, I don't know, maybe I should have used parchment paper like instead of that foil, but I will definitely be buying backups of the nonstick foil. So tomorrow I'm gonna dig into this and see how this one is. This is the one where I just mixed all the pasta with the sauce underneath and then did one layer of ricotta. And then this I'm gonna let cool, and then I'm gonna freeze, and I will break it back out next week for Thanksgiving. So I'll let you guys know how it is. Hopefully it's not terrible. I did try one piece of chickpea pasta from here, and I was like, I hope this all tastes better when it's all put together. My dog has a huge log that he's trying to carry. All right, but yeah, if you guys make this recipe, let me know how it goes, and hopefully you don't start it at 10 o'clock at night. Volky, which dish do you think is gonna be better, huh? Do you think it's gonna be this one or this one? He's like, Mom, please stop. Thank you. Thank you.